EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Right there. 180. 54 miles. Here we go. One down. Mike 54.
Faking the give to Drake. Now Rosen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. He was looking for Parker that time, but it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's in. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. the gun. Here's Josh Rosen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
I don't think you got it, son. Run that. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Rosen on first and 10. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap, came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Push him back. Push him back.
From the gun, it's Drake. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The sack by Robert Quinn.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
On fourth down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at the 20. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a second and 13.
Check. Lucky. Alert flare. Under. 52.
On the counter, Elliott. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, Elliott. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This is taken at the 23. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
From the 35 on second down. Rosen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out.
The warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the back.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Dre. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 12, Rosen. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Switch it. Alert.
On 3rd down, Rosen. It's complete to Drake. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Rosen. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Rosen will throw, and this will be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
3rd and long here for Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now Austin. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A give to Elliott. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Watch twits. Watch twits.
Prescott now from the 50. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Charles Harris. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Dolphins will start their drive at the 20-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
We're going to 53. Let's get off the field. Kill. Check any weapon. No. Check that. Go. Get out there. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Gun. Check, 52's the mic.
On third down, Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Maher able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Protein spill. Hard.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Flushed out right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Here's Matt Hawk now, standing just outside his own goal line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Elliott. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
This is taken at about the 14. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Ready? 54 Mike. Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
On play action, Rosen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And the throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First down, Dolphins.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now it's Rosen. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Grant. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff for Drake. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready? 54. Mike, 54. Let's go, deep, tighten up.
They stay on the ground with Drake. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you're that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Elliott. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 34 yards there and a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
A first down carry by Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Let's go right here.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Under.
They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The kick by Maher is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He's scared.
Now Rosen on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Stills the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And oh, what a catch there by Allen. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Hey, D-line, let's get it. Hey, alert.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. It's caught, Stills, right side. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And now it's Rosen looking. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And it's 2nd down.
Not today, Mark. Not today.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. His throw caught right around the 6. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Rosen to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Go, get out there. Motion out of the backfield.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Shit. Here we go, 46. Gun. Motion. Mike 52. No game. 26.
They go to Elliott again. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I'd want to know why I didn't get the football.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Fielded just inside the 20. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Dre. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
12 yards there and a first down.
Check 15, check 15. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Here's Rosen. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
On the give, this is Drake. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And this one won't be remembered for many offensive fireworks, but they did enough to get the job done.
And that's why it's a team game, because sometimes you have to lean on one part of your team. And they leaned on their defense. In fact, they probably went over there and asked for some help. Like, guys, we just don't have it in this one. Can you hook us up? And they did in a big way. Said, no problem. Put it on our shoulders. We'll carry you home. And they did exactly that.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.